Hey everybody, let's see if we can get the camera to focus. I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in today's live stream we are giving away a pair of earrings, not these ones that I'm wearing because I like them so much I had to make some for myself, but these are bad boys. Well, that's just one of them. There's another one, I promise. It's right here. Um, so if you are interested in winning these earrings and you're watching the live stream right now and not in the future, leave a comment on Tuesday's live stream where we actually made one of these, and that'll put your name in the hat for the giveaway that we'll be doing at the 45-minute mark. Hey Zoe, how's it going? Hey Elise. Oh, okay, so we've had a busy couple of days. Still cleaning, still crafting, still getting everything together, but I'm really excited because, right, Nina? I'm really excited because tomorrow we are going to GlitchCon to attend, and we are meeting with the salesperson who's in charge of being like working with us about possibly renting venue space for Craft Along Con, which I'm very, very excited about. Hey Brittany, hey Patience, hey Fortune, hey Chris, hey Quinn, hey Fit. It's great to see all y'all. We're live right now, Dina. Hey Lornis in Scotland, really, right on. Okay, so also I'm still finishing off this morning's coffee, but I'm gonna need another cup. Hey Sarah, holy crap, it's been a minute. How are you? Hey Terry, I'm doing great. We just this morning spent. Let me turn this fan off. It's tickling me. But it's blowing all my little baby hairs around and making them tickle the heck out of me. Okay, I spent this morning working on the website, which is very exciting to me. It's craftalongcon.com. And so I revamped the main page if you guys want to check that out. Hey, Mikio. Am I crafting, sewing, and shipping? Right on, are they? Ayla, sorry. I'm excited. I'm going to get my first Patreon box. I can't wait. Right on. Now, yeah, Patreon is taking out today for most people who have already pledged, but I think you have until like the 5th. Don't quote me on that though. In fact, ignore the fact that I just said that. It's so hit and miss. I have no idea. But we will be sending out for everybody who was charged for August. We'll be sending out your packages on August 15th. And everything's kind of, I don't know. I'm excited. We're trying out some new paints and things, so that's pretty cool. Mandy says, I missed the last stream, but I watched it while working on my hand-carved candle holder. Ooh, I'm falling in love. I want to keep them now. Oh no, that's rough. Hey, Onia. Don't see why not, Juan. Hey, Andrea. I'm doing good. I've been pumping out. I like these earrings so much I made a pair for myself. But we also got some different styles with like round beads made in a couple of different gemstone types. And then also, we're doing a bit of a Q&A today as opposed to crafting. So, sorry, I guess. Thanks, Caitlin. Susan says, I just finished the second part to my book and working on the third part, but done writing my book. Oh my gosh, Susan. I have a question for you, Yvonne. What kind of resin epoxy do you use? I very much prefer art in glow. Like it's art and then the letter N and then glow. It's I just like they're for the price point, they're really good. Like art resin is really nice, but it doesn't dome as thick. So for what I do, I really like art and glow. Yesterday actually, and today I just unmolded, but yesterday I cast a bunch of Total Boat resin, like epoxy resin that they had sent to me. And it's not bad. It has more of a smell to it than like, because Art and Glow isn't like scentless. If you're really sensitive to smells, I'd recommend going with art resin. because like with art resin, I can work with it for hours and not feel like I need to use my respirator or anything. It's still a good idea, but like I always keep like a fan behind me, that way it's blowing the fumes away and stuff. Thanks, Sparky. But with Art and Glow, uh, sometimes like if I know I'm gonna be like hunched over it for a long time and it's a really stuffy day with no fans going, I feel better using a respirator, but that's just because I'm very, very sensitive to smells. But Total Boat, I couldn't find my respirator and I very much regretted not um not wearing a respirator. Like I had a really bad headache and I need to not do that because I'll die. Um any tips for airbrushing? I just got my first one and I have no idea what I'm doing. Rebel, you cannot clean your airbrush enough. Like I still am very not as experienced as I would like to be. I've messed around with my airbrush and I use it for projects, but uh, I'm not as experienced as I would like to be. But the one tip that I wish I could have given myself right from the beginning, that I think some of y'all actually did give me, is just clean it. If ever in doubt, clean your airbrush. I was gifted one very generously from Harbor Freight. Do you know where you'll be for Dragon Con yet? I'm on the 3rd floor, Sarah. I know that much so far. I'm not entirely certain off the top of my head what my booth number is, and I don't know actually. Ooh, there's lots of Dragon Cons coming closer and closer all the time, y'all. I am not prepared. Oh no. Oh no. Double checking a few things. That's good. Okay. But yeah, just clean your airbrush a lot and just practice. Like I use my airbrush predominantly for whenever I need to put down a base color for when I'm doing leather working. So I'll put the leather dye in there, like the Eco Flow, water-based leather dye works phenomenally. Like I don't have to dilute it or anything, and I just and I put down a base layer, and you can get really cool gradients and stuff that way. Dragon Con is August like 30th through September 2nd, I think. It's Labor Day weekend, whatever day numbers those are. Oh, it'll be great to see you, both you and Aaron, Sarah. Been picking wild blackberries. The one end of the yard is full. Oh, wow. Linda, that's nice. But, what were we talking about? Art and Glow. Yeah. Quinn Rogers asks, have you ever made glow-in-the-dark stuff with Art and Glow? I thought that was their specialty. Yes, and I love it. Absolutely love their pigments. I also use pigments from like Deco Art, but I just like Art and Glow's resin. Like I started using their resin before I started using their glow pigments. Nina, Randy's in the other room moderating. So, gosh, I'm having a hard time getting my head on straight. So I had a design idea that I'm trying to work out because I want to do, we have the bracelet, we have the earrings. Tutorials for both are coming soon. Yeah, we'll be at Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. It is, give it a Google. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty expensive to go to, but if you're into that kind of stuff, it's amazing. Where do you get your Art and Glow? I go straight to their website. I actually think I have a link, or I should, down in the video description. That's like a little affiliate link, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping that maybe we can get Art and Glow to be one of the sponsors for Craftalong Con, but like, I'm not gonna say, I'm not ready to start approaching sponsors yet. So it's like, I'm gonna ask you guys, please, nobody approach sponsors on behalf of us, because I'm not ready. Like, I don't have a sponsorship package put together to, like a presentation, like, you know. So they do have it on Amazon as well, and y'all can follow the link through there, but I think you get a better rate maybe or something, I don't know, through their website. But either way, if you're able to, let them know that we sent you. But we have the bracelet, we have the earrings, and I'm working on a ring, pendant, and necklace design. So for the necklace, you can see I was just looks like cute little doodles, I guess. But I think I've finally settled on figuring out how many like wires we're gonna need for that. But today I'm kind of working on, like, I'm just gonna take y'all over there. Field trip. So I think I've talked to y'all a little bit about needing a banner design for Craft-A-Long Con. Hey, baby. How's it hanging?
Not great.
Not great?
That's an ovary.
Oh, is everything okay with the internet?
Oh, it's not working.
Yay! Thanks, Nightbot. Okay, so you can see a very rare occasion. We actually have the table cleared off right now because I want to put together a banner for a very rare occasion. Yeah, I want to put together a banner for like the header of our YouTube channel, the header of our Kickstarter, and like just kind of have something. And I don't know what I want really, but I have a good enough idea of where to start. I also need to learn how to do graphic design. So until I learn how to do graphic design, I'm starting with a cleared off table. This beautiful piece of fabric that y'all sent to me. So bad with names. I really need to get better at names. So my idea was that I would set up the fabric on the table. And like lay out everything that I want, like, I don't know, it's just so pretty. I should probably iron it because I was wearing it as a hip scarf. Okay, so visualize with me for a moment. Well, of course I have. Okay, flipping this around. Birthday. Okay, so let's pretend like this is centered. And I'm gonna add in digitally, I'm gonna add the words in. So then I was gonna come in and like fill in around the edges. Like it'd be pretty far zoomed out, but like do like a frame of like crafty stuff and beads and different things. Probably not this, that's way too big and bulky. But just like have it framed really nicely, like just like an edging, like a border of beads and things. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to iron this. And then in the center, I would have it say like Craft-A-Long Con or whatever I need it to say for whatever page that it's on. And I was gonna, I don't know, I've never done anything like that before, so I don't really know how that's gonna work. But I'm gonna have to like stand on a step ladder and like be over it and like take a picture from directly above. But I don't know. I had thoughts, and so I think that's what I'm gonna do. But until then, I'm just gonna keep answering y'all's questions. I don't know. I'm very, very scatterbrained right now. Oh, do y'all want to see all the resin that we cast yesterday? Because I just unmolded it. It's gonna take a bunch of tidying up. Ooh, now that's a good idea to use the Cricut. I am going to stick to doing it digitally though, just because I do need it to say a bunch of different things, like the same background. And that way I can just have one picture and go in and alter it digitally. But yeah, ooh, why is the light flickering like that? But yeah, we cast up. I made good use of the molds that Zombie had sent, as well as a little fairy door I'm gonna have to paint up, I think. But yeah, just lots and lots. I'm gonna have to go through and like, you know, some of them the fronts need buffed, but these are little sneaky peekies into what's gonna be in our Craft-A-Long kits for August, as well as the mystery kits. And these actually glow in the dark very minutely. They're not charged up right now, but the milkier color in there is some of the Art and Glow resin. Actually, what do y'all think about doing more resin casting today? Because Lord knows I need to do it. Because we are kind of behind. Oh my gosh, light. Okay. So I love these reusable cups. Because, oh, come on. Well, normally it comes out a little easier. Come on. Oh, well, there's part of it. Doesn't that look neat, though? There we go. Just peel out the bottom. But yeah, I love the way. Even that stuff.
You have your tablet?
I left it in the other room. I'll grab it. Okay, be right back, y'all. You gonna keep this in questions?
Where'd you find a mold for that purple
A lot of my molds were gifted to me, but also, oh boy, that light's gonna drive me crazy. I get most of my molds from Amazon. Where do you get your resin cups from? Amazon? These came with the total boat package. But honestly, probably my favorite is, and even after I've let the resin dry once in the cup, like there's like a layer of resin in the bottom there, you can kind of see. And so this isn't good for like doing my initial measuring mix in, but it's perfect for if I want to pour pre-mixed resin in there and add some additives. That way I just, the container. But I get these guys. These are probably my favorite. I get these on Amazon as well. And I do have like lists and stuff down there in the video description to where you can see like my recommended, all the tools and stuff that I use from Amazon for metalsmithing. There's a tab for that if you just follow the Amazon link. Oh gosh, that light makes me nauseous when it does that. I don't know why. So this could just be an ASMR video of like resin peeling noises. But yeah, I try to get all the resin out though before mixing another batch. That way I don't get like little crumblies suspended. Okay. So I am going to use Total Boat resin again today. It's their tabletop resin. And it's not bad. It just shrinks, and that's something, it shrinks and it smells. Which that's something to just keep in mind. But other than that, it does work pretty well. I'm still lamenting my need for either a vacuum pot or a pressure pot. And I'm still not entirely certain which one I need. Light bulb, so help me. You're gonna make me just Ralph. Okie dokie. So we also have, Bennett asks, can you remelt that resin? I don't think I can remelt it. Excuse me. Now I could go ahead and like chop it up and use it as like filler or additives. Like I actually have one little bit here. Where did you go? One perfect little teardrop of resin that I'm gonna like sink into my other stuff. Okay. Oh, Quinn asks, do you have any tips for getting glitter to stay suspended in resin? My best tip for that, because it is really difficult, is to go ahead and go through and do an initial layer of like clear, or if you want to do like a tinted color or something, just a little bit of alcohol ink in it. Oops. So yeah, this is definitely, oh my gosh, this light. I think it's just gonna have to be poorly lit in here, but I don't think I can handle this light driving me crazy. Just a sec, y'all. That light won't stop flickering. It's driving me crazy. I don't mind it so much, except it makes me feel like I'm gonna puke and give me a headache. So other than that, that was fine. Come on, baby, come on. There we go. Oops. Okay. Haha. Still not particularly good lighting, but we'll deal. Actually. Now that one's flickering? Are you serious? Like, what the heckins? Okay, so we'll just have this lamp. That's fine. Then, no, I don't want to throw up on camera. Okie dokie. So, excellent professional quality level stuff going on here. Let's catch. Do what?
You're reputable.
Yeah. Do you use mica powder for coloring, or do you like an alcohol ink? I like both. Is it hard to use resin? Not really. You just have to follow the directions, which, depending on who you are, that can be either simple or difficult. For me, it is both. Okay, so here we have. I prefer resins that are 1-to-1, because then I don't have to worry about, oh no, which one did I just pour? Now this light, are we just haunted? Like, what's going on here? All right, guys, for the sake of better lighting, I am just going to leave that plugged in. Haunting confirmed. But I usually start, just to make it simple for myself, with part A. A lot of different resins will be like, part A will be the resin. So I'll start with the resin and then I add the hardener. That way if I sit the bottle down and have to like walk away or something, I try to not to, but sometimes I just get distracted and that's what happens. So I'm going to mix 6 ounces of part A. And it's usually a good idea to get everything nice and prepped before. So I'm getting all my molds laid out. Like, did we leave an air conditioner on somewhere that there's a power draw?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Excuse me. Gonna get a paint mixing stick. There we are. What colors do I want to use? Oh, it's a really pretty blue though. Okay, I think I'm just going to do more purple. Here I always grab way more of these than what I think I'll need just because you never actually know. But yeah, so we're going to start with, what did we say, 6 ounces? Sure. Of our part A. Pouring that on in. But yeah, if I were wanting to suspend a resin or some glitter in our resin, now see, it's just a little over. So I'm going to bring it up to 6 or up to 7. There we go. Okay. Just pop that there. If I were working with a glitter and wanting to have it suspended, I would mix up my resin and then pour it just a little bit into the front, like as to make a front for my mold, and then let that set for like an hour or 2 until it's not set up all the way, but just a little. And then I'd mix up another batch and pour it on the back. So we're at 7, so I'm going to bring it up to 14. Now this stuff has a slightly shorter pot life. Like, I think it's only like 30 minutes, whereas Art and Glow is actually 45 minutes. are. Okay. I'm going to move that one over into that cup. Put the cap back on. Now, set a timer for 3 minutes and stir. Gently but thoroughly, because the fewer bubbles we can introduce to this, the better off we're going to be in the long run. just mixing. But yeah, y'all can keep questions coming too, by the way. Yeah, it's just our electricity in here. It wasn't doing this yesterday. And I try to make sure to scrape the sides and bottom. But yeah, this is the part where you really want to make sure that it is just, I mean, extremely thorough. Now, I mix whole big bunches of resin at a time because I'm doing this, I can't call it industrial, but it's close. Have you ever used UV resin? I have, and it's nice, but I like it for when I'm working specifically on like one project, like one piece, and I'll give that one thing my undivided attention and like place the resin and cure it and place the resin and cure it. And honestly, that's probably one of the best ways that I know of for adding additives and having a little bit more control over what's going on. Excuse me. You can see we're getting some really nice, like, because it'll go a little milky, little cloudy whenever you're stirring. And so then it starts to get clearer though. And I'm really making sure to get down into those corners because this mold doesn't have a perfect, or this cup doesn't have a perfectly flat bottom. Do you have your mask on? Doesn't sound like it. I do not. But the smell isn't actually bothering me today, and I'm not going to be spending like 4 hours over it today like I did yesterday. Do as I say, not as I do, people. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I like to use this big timer because I know it's the future and there's a timer on my phone, but this timer was like super cheap and I don't care if I get resin fingerprints all over it. My phone, on the other hand, I get scolded greatly for getting resin fingerprints all over it. So now we have these condiment bottles. Oops. Yeah, yesterday I had a little bit of a disaster because the lid didn't go on securely to the condiment bottle, and I dumped resin everywhere. It was a nightmare. Okay, so I'm going to take this and see, normally I think this is, I'd put it in like a taller container and put it into the vacuum chamber and get the bubbles out of it. But I'm pouring just some straight clear into this bottle. And capping it because I'm done knocking bottles over. I'm going to put 4 drops of alcohol ink. This is Purple Twilight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into there. And I'm going to pour a bit more in. There we go. And you can see by not mixing it, it's going to give us some really interesting like swirl effects as we start to pour it in. And now from here, I'm using, this is Art and Glow. No, I'm not using that in this one. I used that in the other one. But this one, I'm just using Pearl Mica Pigments by Jacquard. Moving. Oh yeah, I also definitely should have set the timer. It's been a couple of minutes. So I'm setting the timer for 25 minutes to let myself know that when the timer goes off, I need to chop and like finish up. So using a clean scoopy, I'm doing just about that much. And that's quite a bit, but I like the effect that it gives. Putting the cap on. And what color is this? This is the Reflex Violet. Oh no, I'm all sticky. Yeah, sorry. And then we're gonna stir that in. Now, like proper additive editing is I would have had just a little bit, you know, in a cup, and I would have mixed it all very thoroughly, and then I would have added it in. But y'all, I ain't got time for that. Yeah, it's roughly, I never use over a teaspoon, but you can see it gives like a really nice thick pigmenting. But I wanted it to make it almost a little bit more opaque. So even just adding, I mean, a teeny tiny bit can really, in fact, I had an idea just now. So just to see what kind of effect it gets, and for the sake of experimenting, I'm going to pour some of this one here into this bottle. Just a bit. And then we'll see how that looks whenever we dump it all out. And then into this bottle, I'm adding scooping it in. Cool. There we are. Capping up. Cool beans. Now let's come over here to see our molds that I just cleaned, but already have fresh dog fur on them. Thank you, Salmon Z. You touch everything that I love. Okay, so yeah, trying to just get... There's much cleaner ways of going about this, but again, if I can do it, y'all can surely do it. So I'm going to come through now and just doing a bit of clear in the front. And I love these applicators because it gives me so much more control over where my resin is going. I get a lot less waste in between molds like this. And I can actually get in there. Oof. It's kind of hit or miss. Some days it doesn't. Hey, Randy, could you do me a favor?
Possibly.
Could you turn off the kitchen air conditioner?
Sure.
Thank you. But yeah, so if you have a mold that you have problems with it like always bubbling in one spot, you can actually put the applicator in to that tip area and just fill it completely. And that way you know that you're not going to have any bubbles there. Or at least you have a better chance of not having bubbles there. Are we getting any more questions in, Randy? I'm not quite able to pay attention to my screen right now.
Not really.
Okay.
Just the ones I've already sent you.
No. Okay. Yeah. Turning off that air conditioner did not help. I have no idea where the light is being like this today. Ooh. So this part I'm not gonna lie, isn't the most exciting, but it's very zen. Like, for me at least. But yeah, just adding a little bit of clear to the fronts of all of them. All the molds.
Your Etsy shop is Back to Earth Creations, right?
Uh-huh. Okay. So there we go. You can kind of see. And we already have bubbles rising up to the surface as well.
Nina says, of course it's Zen. You're getting high on fumes.
That's fair. I'm going to move this over here. And I always have more molds set up than what I think I will need. Okay. So now I can move this down. And this is Tiny Pandora? Tiny Windows? I don't know. I'm so bad. It's a really good mold though. I love it. Just doing a bit in each. And I'm actually going to experiment a little with getting some up onto the edges and letting it settle into the middle. Oh my god. I'm so sorry if that's bothering y'all. Ooh, gotta get the dog hair out before the resin gets it. And which other ones do I want to? I really like this leaf mold. We'll put some in that.
What grit sandpaper would you use to polish those?
I'd start with 600 grit and then work my way up to like 2000. Though I would like to learn more about how to like if I'd use like a urethane or something to refinish the front, like to make it look wet again, or if I just coat it with another layer of epoxy, or like what's going on. I want to try this mold. Now on molds like this, I have a really hard time getting it to go all the way down into all the petals. So I actually just put some in and then I squish scrunch. Squish, squish, squish. A whole bunch.
Where do you get your little silicone beaker and bottles?
Amazon.
Bottles you get at Walmart.
Yeah, they're available on Amazon as well though for a pretty comparable price.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic.
If I could find like a like a kitchen supply warehouse or something to purchase them from, I think that would be a really good way to go. Ooh, and I also want to use this guy. I love this mold. So I'm going to use this one for a future tutorial on how to make a sun catcher. Oh, and oops, these guys too. I love these applicators for these little crystal points. Just doing some, then doing some. And then I also
Totally get to reuse the bottles.
Yeah, Randy, he actually probably it's miserable for him, but I love that he does it. He actually goes through and guts out the used resin after it has dried from inside the bottles, and he's really good at it. And that way I'm able to go back through and I get like third and even fourth uses out of the bottles. And I'm going to do another mermaid one because I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but I like them.
Huh.
What's up, baby?
There's a resin depot in the Twin Cities.
I
don't know if they do online orders.
Right on. I know with a lot of this stuff, the most expensive thing with some of these resins is the shipping. Oh, yeah, it's the good stuff. Okay. So that bottle's empty. I actually let them dry on their sides now. I'm experimenting with that.
Pink molds, you can whack them on the table to try to get
Right on. I feel like I'm in a low-key, like, vampire rave right now with all the light flickering. Okay, so I am going to go through with my heat gun and pop my first wave of bubbles. Just because instead of just filling up over them. I know some people use torches, but I've ruined some molds that way. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, just a little bit of effort goes a long way. So now here you can see we're already getting some pretty cool settling of the, what you call it, the Pearl X's into the clear. So I'm going to come through now and let's do these bad guys over here. I want to see, not really doing much, honestly. Woo, there's a doggy working with a little heart out. So I'm actually going to use one of these crystal molds. And I'm just squeezing to see if
You get that big, mean, imaginary
what
guy?
kind of design this might give us by mixing the two.
Yeah, you told them. Right? Yeah.
Because if you apply too heavily in just one spot, then it'll push the mica pigments down through that area. But the mica pigments do a really good job, or mica or whatever. Y'all know what the Pearl X does a really good job of staying where you put it.
UPS man be the UPS man. Just chill.
Now again, if I had like a pressure pot or something, I would set this in there and it would come out with no bubbles in it. But we will unmold that on Tuesday to see what's up. Just coming through. Yeah. Sorry. I hope. Oh no, y'all didn't even get to see that. I'm sorry. I love a good fart noise, though. I'm just saying. Okay, so now with the solid Pearl X.
Wow, they got here fast.
The thing that we ordered?
I ordered these last night.
Nice. Now this is going to give us a much bolder result. But I'm interested to explore with y'all. Nice, baby. Give me just a minute. I can't be distracted right now, hun. You're so cute, and I'm sorry I never pay attention to you. You deserve better. So yeah, you can see a much bolder result. Already I can feel it heating up, though. So I'm just coming through, trying to randomly squiggle zig. And I'm not sweating it. If I run out of resin before I have all these guys capped, then I will just use the rest of them for mixing in additives. Any more questions and comments, Randy? Yeah. Have you not been? Oh my gosh. Please help, honey. Like, I'm not able to look at my screen, like, at all right now, so I really need you.
Do you think I'm not doing my job?
I don't know. I know you're sitting there shaking a box.
No, I'm done with that.
Oh, okay.
I'm on to this.
Just crinkling stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm all sweaty and have a headache. I should have worn my respirator. Why do I not listen to you guys? Well, y'all, let's make Randy work today. Throw a bunch of questions at me. Hehe. So yeah, this is basically resin casting. Not necessarily done well, but it's getting done. Boop, boop, boop. Cool beans. Okay. Teachers don't always do what they tell the students to do. Yeah, that's fair.
I believe that's called prostitution.
What? Oh, renting you out?
No, cloning me.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that'd fall under prostitution.
well, let's not diss it before we try it.
Do what?
I said let's not diss it before we try it.
My God.
Cool. Okay, so I didn't have quite enough to get all of the molds topped off, but that's just going to give us an opportunity for later to add in some slightly more solid mixatives, like additives, like some glitters, maybe some little glass flakes or different things like that. And that left us with, we still have 10 minutes to go on our pot time. What you looking for?
Your tablet.
It's right here. Are you passive aggressively telling me to check what you sent me?
No.
Okay.
I would never.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I forgot to add them to my crystals. Yeah.
What's going on here?
Okay. What are you doing?
I don't know.
So I'm gonna come in here. Fortunately, these crystals don't take a whole lot.
No. There.
What?
Now you will see what I'm.
What did you just do to my tablet?
You'll see.
So also, yeah, that totally missed. Y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Okay. So just trying really hard to get. Oh no, I fell over. Come back. Whew, okay, everything's fine. It's gonna be all right. So, I gotta start con prep for September, October, coasters everywhere, right, Laura? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Like, I keep losing count at around like 80 something, but like, also what quantifies as like a proper lick? Because sometimes there'll be, where like you just lick it, just tongue contact, and then there's sometimes that there's like full mouth contact. Like, I gotta know, because that's different surface area exposure. And it's just not the same, you guys. So this is how I used to do it. Just applying with a little thingy like this. I very much prefer the condiment bottle method. It's just neater. I have a lot more control. And in the end, it's faster, I think. There we go. Now I got just a little bit left in the bottom of this. So I'm going to go back over here and add them to this pretty flower. Because anything that overflows, I'm just going to sand off. So okay, so now I'm going to leave this alone until the timer goes off. And let's go get some fresh air. Oh, yeah, my tablet. Oh, we got lots more questions. Okay. Make an adopt me for $10 a month. What? Okay. You adopt me, or me adopt you? Like, what are we signing ourselves up for here, guys? Because I am not suitable for adoption. At least not exclusivity. Okay. Where did you get all the teardrop molds you're using? Made yourself? Thank you, honey.
Yeah. Are you whispering?
What?
What?
Ah! Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm just tired now. Has a potential venue list for VonCon been made? First off, Jim, it's Craftalong, like not VonCon, please no. Uh, not quite yet. Like, there's only like 5 that we've contacted, 1 that we've set up a meeting with. None have given us quotes so far, and honestly, that's going to be our biggest thing is brain fart. Yeah, I really should wear my mask in the future. Make an adopt me for $10 a month. Technically that's Patreon. Can you do one with less of the purple resin? Yes. All the ones that have clear in them, I'll probably not have be purple. Hey, we missed the giveaway time. Let's do the giveaway.
You can't just say that and expect me to have everything ready.
Well, I don't have everything ready either.
Oh my goodness.
I don't feel well.
See what I have to put up with? Seriously.
I don't feel well.
Do you have too much gravy?
Not this time. My head just...
That's a long story. We were driving somewhere for like 6-7 hours, and Vaughn's like, "Oh, a KFC, can we stop and eat?" So we're like, "All right." I hate KFC, but whatever.
KFC.
So we go in, we get food. She replaces all of her sides with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Gravy.
And then gets out to the van and just starts caterwauling.
You know, it wasn't until you started driving and you were turning to go into the gas station, because I remember all my gravy sloshed to one side, like all of my insides from my toes to the tip of my head had been replaced with gravy. And so he turned the corner and all of me sloshed, and I was immediately car sick and instant regret for every poor life decision I have ever made.
So you began yelling.
I don't feel well. I don't feel well. And I was holding on to like the oh shit handle, and I just look at Randy and I went, I had too much gravy. And he lost his shit. I'm glad he was able to derive joy from my pain, but so if you would like to win these earrings, it is your last chance to go leave a comment real quick on
Last Tuesday?
This past Tuesday's, which was like the 30th, July 30th, I think, to put your name in the hat to win the earrings. Right on, Jim. They'd probably look nice with your heels, though. What? Yeah, right, Daniel? They'll be mad when I win. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's August already, I know.
It's August?
It's August 1st.
It's August 1st.
Ready?
5 days until my birthday. Okay, yes.
How much time are you going to give them?
Too late. We're doing it now.
I mean,
124 commenters.
Are we going now?
We're going now, people.
All right, 3 more people got in before.
Good luck, y'all.
Here we go.
Drum roll.
I don't feel well.
Deb.
Just Deb.
Just Deb.
Just
D-E-B, Deb. Fun live stream. You make me want to organize my house. Right on. Well, now you can organize your house wearing these bomb-ass earrings.
It's fancy.
So, Deb, if you would send me where you would like them shipped to, send me an email to backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com with your shipping info, and I will get them sent right on out to you eventually. I'm still sitting on like
I will get them right out to you one day.
One day. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still sitting on like a month and a half's worth of giveaway winners.
I sure would like to delete these pictures out of my
I know. Well, I just uncovered the pile of all the prizes. Because for a minute there, I had lost all of them. For just a minute though, I knew that they weren't like gone, just not forgotten, kind of stuff. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life anymore. But yeah, so that's resin casting. Hey Holly, how's it going? So we did resin casting, that's the thing. Randy and I are gonna go get a gym membership at the YMCA.
Would you like to read them instructions?
Mask next time. Oh, are these for the... What is this? This is for a knife. I don't have a knife.
For a knife or a knife sharpener?
I have the knife sharpener. Yeah, I finally got a Kershaw. Oh God, that noise hurt my teeth. Ah, that one hurts too. Beep. It's a diamond sharpener for sharpening things. Okay. Back to the goopy resin. And this is why it is important to start timers, is because I had already forgotten that I needed to do this. Again, coming through with a heat gun. Getting it heated up. Popping those bubbles. Do-do-do-do-do. Popping those bubbles. Do-do-do-do-do. Now I'll probably set another timer to come back through. Oh yeah, that's cool. In another 10 minutes, just to give it one more good poppin'. But yeah, the sooner you can get your resin poured, the clearer it will be. Like if you mix and then pour immediately, then it can take its whole pot time to let all those little air bubbles rise to the top. And so you're going to have a much clearer piece than if you were to have gone through at the very end of your pot time and filled up your mold. If that makes sense. And way back here for this guy, I'm really excited about that one. Cool beans. So yeah, in another 10 minutes, I will. Oh, I forgot these guys. Pop, 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 pop. There we go. Yeah, in another 10 minutes, come on back. Oh no, it's buffering? Right on. Have you tried resin over souffle clay? I have. It behaved the same as it does for all of the other resin and clay projects that I've done. Can you tell me if you need a nail machine to cure the Art and Glow resin, or if you just leave it to set up? You just leave it to set up. You only need one of those UV lights for the UV resins. Hi, Vaughn, and of course, Randy and Fur Babies. I had hip replacement surgery on Tuesday. Oof, I didn't get to see you live here, but I am today. I hope you're doing well. That's a couple of my friends are laid up in bed after getting like bionic replacements. Have you ever made a resin table? I haven't, but Randy and I have humored the idea before, but it just hasn't happened. I do think that would be really cool though. Okay. Oh no. What's buffering? That's cool. Okay, we've got time for a couple more minutes before we're gonna go. What's up, baby? I love your little face. Do you know how much I love you?
No.
You don't?
No. How much?
Like lots. I don't know. I thought you were keeping track. I haven't been keeping track of all this.
No.
Clone models for Randy will probably be released around 2040. That's far enough in the future. Like check back in then. Even better.
Get the senile model.
YouTube live stream inception, right? Ugh.
Hello, user. What is your name? I'm Sandy. Well, I will call you Billy.
I'm Billy. I'll be 100 then. Right on. It's a good age to be. Oh, and the sun came out. It's been like raining all morning.
It has. It's been lovely.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's really going to help the garden. Oh, right on. Angela said, so glad you did resin today. Your first resin video is how I found you. Right on. I'll be 44 then. Nice. I need a hip replacement for the time being. I'll just hobble around the house.
You're one talented 4-year-old, Mr.
Right?
Daniels.
Retirement present, a Randy clone, right? Ooh, Squirrel says, I went to do resin over a CD mosaic table. I bet that'd be cool. Oh, I bet, Mikio. How's heck? Indeed, doing great, and it's nice to be home and relatively pain-free. Cool. I was in the ER last night because of my blood pressure. Oh, no. I'm 52 and feel like I'm 25. Nice. How do you clean your resin equipment after use? I let all of the resin dry, and then I kind of just hand pick off any little like flakes and bits. And then if it's got a bunch of dog fur or I like dropped it on the floor or something, I rinse it off in the sink, and then I let it dry face down on a lint-free towel, so like a paper towel or something. And that way no new dog fur settles into it. Oh, Sparky, she said, Dragon Con cometh. Are you ready for it? What do you still have to do to get done to be ready? Right now, we just need to make as much inventory for Dragon Con as possible, but we also just found out that we don't know if our helper is going to be able to make it, so we were relying on using his vehicle to bring a lot of inventory. So now I'm reconsidering making, like, we were lined up to make a lot of big stuff, like big full costumes and like headdresses and things, and now I'm like, I don't even know if we're going to be able to fit that. So I don't know. I do not know. So moving up in the sticks, smell random plastic burning. Not sure if it's my house, a neighbor's house, or someone burning garbage, but you have to search the whole house for peace. Yep. Shoot, we live in town and we have to do that. Do you do UV resin in a dark room and no windows? Someone else asked a minute ago, and I had the same issue with it hardening before I finish, even if not in direct sunlight. No, there's a window in the room. It's a northern facing window, so there's not really much risk at all of what kind of UV resin are you using? That's pretty like legit. I've personally never had any problems with that, but again, I'm not that experienced with UV resin. In worst case scenario, like I know that having just like my regular lamps and stuff on doesn't bother it, and more often than not, it is nighttime when I'm working, so maybe that's been part of it. I honestly hadn't really thought too much about it. Yeah, just ordered a Parawire. So excited but nervous to start creating. Oh, if you're not a little nervous, then it's not as much of an adventure. Like, I think it's perfectly appropriate to be kind of nervous.
Then you show the finished product again?
The finished product?
That's what they asked.
Of what?
I don't know.
Which finished product?
I'm assuming maybe the resin.
Yeah, let's go peek one more time at the resin. Now, this stuff is going to take about 24 hours to, I'm going to wait 24 hours to unmold it, though. When you make a necklace, how many copies do you make? How many different colors do you do? Sometimes I do just one. Sometimes I'll do anywhere from like 5 to 10. So those guys should come out looking something like this, but without this milkiness in the front. Here's another example. And on camera, it just doesn't quite do the justice for being able to see like the depth and stuff of what's going on. You need an enclosed trailer, like a little U-Haul. Our van isn't equipped for a hitch. Like it's a lot of stuff to have to get done in like 3 weeks. So we're just playing it by ear. Like we're going in with actually a pretty low expectation for Dragon. Naomi, we're actually going to be releasing the tutorial over the next couple of weeks. I have a video up, or I have the video shot for the earrings as well as the bracelet, but I haven't edited them and uploaded them yet, but we will. But yeah, we're going into Dragon with actually a pretty low expectation this year. I do drive. Not very well. Like I'm not very confident about.
Asking if we drive our booth down or if we fly it.
Yeah, we drive. But I don't know. I was thinking, because I had been rolling around in my head, what if we rented a second vehicle and you and I drove separately?
You're not doing that drive.
I'm not going. I would die in Nashville. I would. And then I die again in Atlanta and just wreck and die. Yeah, it is. And it's like I'm comfortable driving around like small town Carthage or uninterrupted interstate, but I do not make good quick decisions. And it's that hesitation that gets me and a bunch of other people killed. So my truck has a hitch and a lot of room, and I have 2 trailers, no rent, I'm free. Oh my God, Holly, don't tempt me. But I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna go get some fresh air, and in a couple more minutes, I'm going to use the heat gun on these again. Um, Holy crap, Sparkies. Oof. It might be, yeah. Okay, so we'll see you guys in our next video, which will be coming out this Saturday. Be sure to check all of the links down in the video description below. Y'all have seen all that stuff before. Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, different things. So I will see y'all in our next video, and until then, happy crafting. Bye, y'all.